How's it going, everybody? Chase here, and today I'll be reviewing the Halo Spartan Collection Master Chief. Now, I've had this guy about a year now. I've had him since 2020, and I've got one major gripe with this figure. But first, we're going to take a look at him, and then I'll get to that issue. Aesthetically, this is the coolest Master Chief I've ever seen. I mean, he just looks... He's got this reflective visor, which looks really good. He's got a lot of shading. There's a lot of pros to this thing, but there's only one major con, and it's quite the turnoff. We're going to get into articulation, or not articulation, but attention to detail real quick. I'm gonna fix the camera a little bit. He's got his reflective visor, which looks really good. I'm gonna do a comparison real quick. Here is the Mcfarland Master Chief, and here's the Combat Evolved Master Chief. They all have kind of a solid color visor. But he's got a lot of shading, like starting off with the visor, just looks really good. His helmet has a lot of shading to it, like graying. He's got black battle damage, more graying on this side, metallic silver. He's got it. It carries out throughout the figure. Like if you look at his arms, he's got a lot of it right there, and there, and on the back of his wrist, and some on his butt, his upper shoulders, some on his thighs, other thigh, right there, and nothing really on the sole of his boots. But next up, we're going to take a look at his articulation. He's got enough articulation to look that much to the left, that much to the right, up, down. Kind of a hindered ball joint in the torso. His arms can lift up that high. Single jointed elbows. Fold his arms across. His legs can kick up about that high. Single jointed knees. And onto the wrist. They're on a hinge as well. Ankle pivot, and a little bit of toe articulation. Now, onto my number one gripe. When I first opened this thing, the arm came off. And that was a major turnoff, because I just took this guy out of the box when I got him, and his arm just popped right off. I don't have a problem with this arm, it doesn't fall off or anything, but that is a bit of a turn-off. It's got 117, I forgot to point that out. Now, onto their accessories. He comes with his Magnum, or handgun, whatever you want to call it. I've always called them Magnums, because that's what they call them in the games. It's got a peg right here, or a hole for a peg. And if you wanted to, you could pop out the side piece right here. And invert it to the other way. And you got a peg. And you could just pop his handgun or Magnum onto the side and have it right there. And there's another one on this side too, so you could do it there as well. He comes with the standard issue assault rifle, which is what a lot of the Halo Infinite figures come with, except this one is bigger. It would have been cool if they would have added the reader where it shows how many bullets are left in his gun, but it doesn't. It's got a lot of kind of bland shading to it, just a little bit, like a little bit here and a little bit on the barrel. Nothing major. He comes with 2 fist hands, which look pretty good. 2 open palm, resting, relaxing hands. And 2 trigger fingers. Like 2 double finger triggers. And 1 finger pointer, which is the one that's on the figure itself. Now, to swap out hands, it's relatively easy. You just pull and the peg comes right off. And then you just pop in. And just pop in a new one. And boom. I'm gonna do a few poses real quick. I'm gonna have him hold his magnum real quick. And there he is holding his magnum. Looks pretty good. Next up, I'm gonna have him posed like he's about to do some hand-to-hand combat. Looks pretty good. And up next, I'm going to have him that's him propping his gun up on his shoulder. It's pretty good. And I'm gonna show off really quickly because it's kind of a minor thing, but he's got a peg on his back right here, and you can peg his assault rifle, but it doesn't really stay on all that well. Kind of falls off a lot. And that's pretty much going to do it for my review on the Halo Infinite Spartan Series 1 Master Chief. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking, consider subscribing to my channel. I upload almost daily. And thanks for watching. Have a good one.